Well, I'm just gonna keep this video nice and quick, but I was looking through some of my older WWE Mattel action figures since I started collecting the Mattel line back in 2010, which when the line first debuted, and like looking back at some of these, like figures are basically so old they look they're gimmicks that are way out of date, but just I was just surprised at how many of the figures that I have set aside of the wrestlers who were let go slash fired slash released over a certain few anything. Either they retired, released for drug issues, or released just for some odd reason by WWE. Just at least want to show you some of these figures that I had that of released wrestlers. Oh yeah, Carlito released. Oh, no, mainly because for some people say because of John Cena. Sad case. I thought he was a good wrestler myself. Evan Bourne, he might as well be released. He had his second strike for drug possession, and supposedly he's still injured and never made his return. So this Evan Bourne might as well be released. And so you know, this is from the Series 1 when the line began. So most of these are pretty much somewhat collector's items, but who knows? They're maybe not, since I took them out of the package. Yeah, moving on. Hurricane is basically first and only figure under Mattel. Released mainly because he's friends with Matt Hardy, or drugs, whatever. Shelton Benjamin, when he was calling himself the Gold Standard, released, possibly buried by Cena, and now he's wrestling with ROH with Charlie Haas again, reuniting the world's greatest tag team, self-proclaimed actually. Chris Jericho, not under contract because he's touring with Fozzy, has his own podcast, not really reliant on a WWE contract. He's just semi-retired at this point. Shawn Michaels, retired, comes back every once in a while. Chris Masters, released for drugs. Ted DiBiase asked for his release. John Morrison, released, drugs / because Melina was being a bitch. And while I'm at it, a wrestler who should be released, Great Khali. This motherfucker is doing absolutely nothing on the roster. And I'm including Batista in the still employed pile, mainly because he's returning next Monday, so if that counts, whatever. Holy shit. Another wrestler who should be released. I'm sorry. Like, whatever. Some of his stuff is entertaining, but mostly Get this guy the fuck off my TV screen. And, derpy-faced Jack Swagger. Way before his marijuana bust during a major title push, and mainly before the Real Americans and him saying, "We the people," or it should be, "Weed the people." And that's pretty much... Oh yeah. Old Randy Orton figure, mainly because it doesn't have all his full sleeve tattoos. And Kofi Kingston, way before he started really growing out his dreadlocks, and before he got buried for not selling the RKO right. Kane without his mask. And a lot of these are from old-ass gimmicks that are no longer around anymore. Actually, Kane just recently took his mask off again, so he's back to being this character again. And that's pretty much it. Just sure like some figures that are way outdated to where they don't look like currently. And I thought about customizing this Mike Knox figure to where he would actually, because he kind of actually looks like Bray Wyatt a little bit. And that pretty much sums up the collection of some of those basic figures since I've been collecting the Mattel line back in 2010. I've pretty much accumulated a lot of these. I just really wanted to go through some of them of wrestlers who are no longer with the company, and also certain wrestlers like this guy who should be released. And reason why they never made a Elite Great Khali, that basic figure pretty much expresses his full range of movement. You don't really need 20 points of articulation to show off Great Khali's range of motion. He really only needs like 5 points of articulation to show off his range of motion. Hell, that basic figure has too much articulation for how he moves nowadays. So, hope you enjoyed it. Peace the fuck out.